driving. Yeah. Probably should have put it the other way. Let me see if I can do it the other way. Hold up. Nope, locked in position. So I'm gonna make it short. The air quality in Los Angeles, y'all, is terrible. Terrible, man. Well, San Gabriel Valley, mountains, Rancho Cucamonga. Man, the chemtrails are falling. The chemtrails have fallen. I don't know if it's a good thing, but it sure feels like a bad thing when you inhale in Rancho Cucamonga, because when you do, it feels like your lungs are in hell. And like I said, I was waiting to see what the Democrats had in store. And I see doing the same thing they did in 2017. The same exact plan. And what happened by 2019, the end of 2019 and early 2020? Yes. Yeah. No, I was just messing with y'all, man. Yeah, man, y'all better wait. Sheesh. A lot of traffic out here. A lot of traffic out here. But yeah, the air quality is bad, man. The index said 120, 127, and that's very hazardous, even towards me. So, like, I might have to dip out a couple of cities for a minute. But wanted to make sure I went and got right, because they said it's gonna be like this. It was like this yesterday too. It was real bad yesterday. Um, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, why would it should be all hazy like this, man? It makes no sense. Like how hazy. Yeah, there we go. You know, look at the petrified giants up there, y'all. But that should be clear as day. Look at the dragon right there chilling. You know what I'm saying? It should be clear as day. Ooh, look at them right there, y'all. I don't even like telling people what that thing is right there. You can't see the big homie. Can you see the big homie? The big homie over there chilling. Yup, turn it sideways. Zoom in, turn it sideways. Big homie over there chilling. Yeah, that's right, man. So Chat GPT or GTP or whatever. Nah, don't be hating on Mud Fossil University. Now, I have some things I disagree with, Roger, but none of them are about the petrified giants, man. Again, I'm a Craig. It's in my genetics. Knowledge is our story, you know. Yeah, look at the dragon right there. Right there. It's right there, y'all. Yep. And look at the face with the eyeball looking up. Yeah. All right, so y'all see the topic. You know how to get in how I like to. Yeah. Lex Vortex beat up the hoetep remy kimmies. Yeah. The remy kimmy shimmy. The Kenanai Jins. The Renin Kin. Yeah, that shit's hilarious, y'all. For real. It's hilarious. You know, I just want to say that, you know, for years I kept my ideals of what hieroglyphs are from the people, because it wasn't, you know, they're not my ideals, you know. So I kind of kept it a secret because I didn't want to expose something that would lead people to a lot of my sources. And is what it is. You know, Mane in the Holuo language means witch. The Ho means death. So when they say Manetho, then we know something is up. When they say Man Tahuti, then we know it's some silly hoetep remy kimmy stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? They sipping the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? They sipping the Egyptomaniac Kool-Aid. So what happens is there's a whole set of information from Egypt by Egyptians. And I can go along with the narrative, but finding out the things that I found out 4 years ago, there are a great deal of people spread throughout the world that are in locations that their ancestors were not in 200 years ago. And there are a lot of stories that need to be cleared up. So when it comes to the totality of the information, the deep information that I charge people money for, you know what I'm saying, and I'll even reduce my price. But when I charge people money for that, to really break down the whole connection, I put it out for free. They took my channel down, and if you didn't catch on, I only give people little snippets of it. Snippets of it. So basically, when it comes to the meta netter, it's absolute garbage. And when our great ancestor, who has joined his ancestors of this year, Baba Walter Williams, when he said that, oh, they got a few words right, Mayat Hotep, they got it right, he never told people, well, what evidence was it? And when I started bringing out, like, hey, you know, I have this, and this, our elder said he went back to the drawing board. Unfortunately, the information wasn't put out that he was going to put out. So I want to divest my time in to put that information out. I've yelled the name over and over again, Claudius Labib. You know what I'm saying? And all you have to do is look up Pahor Labib and Henry Kissinger, and then see the code of Hammurabi, not the code of Hammurabi. It's the Coptic stuff. I can't think of it right now. I'm over here driving at the same time, and I'm holding the phone because I'm being too cheap buying the damn thing that holds the phone over the air conditioner vent. Well, anyway, so I will get one soon because this is kind of dangerous what I'm doing, so I'm about to get off, y'all. So when I share that Claudius Labib stuff, and I'm trying to tell people that stuff goes deeper, we got to look into these things, and everyone is just, oh, we're going to dismiss you. And I'm like, well, guess what? People in Egypt, they don't dismiss me. Egyptologists, they don't dismiss me. How come they're paying attention, but the chematology, the hoetepin, remy kimmies, you know what I'm saying, sipping on that good champagne, believing everything that the French, Danish, Welsh, British person put out. And it's even deeper than that. It has nothing to do with the fact that they're from a different place other than where the land that they're talking about, as if they know the history of that land. It's not even that. It's that they did not tell you that, oh, look up the Tamazig, the Edwinya or the Senet, and look into well, I'm trying to think of the name that the public is easy to find. Well, Tafina. You know, the original names, you're not gonna really find it. But look up Tafina and look up the writings, the Tafina, and start putting this stuff together. I had many arguments with people who follow Dane Calloway saying, oh, Berbers have nothing to do with over here. Then there's people putting out information now saying that, oh, there is a connection with Berbers over here. And there's a great deal of information that's missing, and people do not quite get it. And if I start saying too much of it, it's gonna sound so crazy that it would just distract everything. So to keep it simple and not go all into all that, and going along with the narrative, when it comes to that alphabet that Egyptologists did not have, Claudius Labib made the alphabet. The alphabet that is used for the meta netter, that you can find all kind of languages attached to across all kind of times. I think there's 76 different ancient alphabets. I put that out a couple of years ago too. That you can connect all this stuff with, and you know, when you really dig into it, it's gonna fall under Tafina. And you can go listen to a person that's a British, Danish, French, Spanish, Welsh, German, whatever the hell nationality, and he tells people, oh, we're seeing that these symbols in Tofina are dating back 6,000 plus years. We're finding it on cave art going back 8,000 years in the Sahara Desert. So when you have that type of information, and then you see the symbols that are used in the Tofina alphabet are universal, and that many of the symbols in the Tofina alphabet are on the hieroglyphs, you have to ask yourself, why did these hoetep, goofy little Remy kimmies not tell people about? Why didn't Dr. Ben say this? Why didn't Ashra Kwesi say this? Why didn't they share this stuff with us? Why did they tell us that the no bean alphabet in the Coptic alphabet, in the which they used for the so-called Meta-Netter alphabet, created by Claudius Labib and his teachers, Mualim Takla, the blind cantor, who taught all those people over there when they went there to put together their stuff. You know what I'm saying? People that are leading up to the victims of the Damascus affair. So it's these things are going on, and no one in the Kemetic community, Brother Reggie, Jabari, or any of them, ever told anybody about this. They never mentioned Claudius Labib. And then when I talked to Walter Williams about Claudius Labib, he also did not have the knowledge of Claudius Labib. Y'all look it up. Look up Pahor Labib, his son. Look it up. Who gave the Coptic scrolls to Henry Kissinger. So if we have that type of information that's easily available, and you can look into this and look up Pope Cyril IV, and you can look up Claudius Labib, and you can look up his teacher, you know, and his teacher's teacher, the grandmaster teacher of all that stuff over there in Egypt, the real ones, and you see that, like, why would they keep that out? Why would they keep those details out? And then when it comes to the other information, like the Greek, the Latin information and the history in the Greek and Latin, and then you talk to any real scholar of Agazi, Giz, or any of the scripts in the Yemen, Oman, Saudi Arabian, Horn of African area, the scripts that are pertaining to there that are found on stone and all that, the symbols. And then you see that even in Giz and all this stuff, when you start putting the symbols together with the Russian symbols, the symbols in Russian, the Russian alphabet, and you start looking into the Greek language, and you start finding out that the Greek language, the Latin language, even going into the French and the Spanish, is connected to languages that are Berber, Beja, that are Giz, from the Giz alphabet, but there's a group of about 40 different languages that use the Giz script. So you can't just say Giz is only a Romo, or Giz is only Harare, or Habisha, or what's the other goofy name? There's a couple like other little main names that people will know about. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that, and they're not even from Ethiopia. Only the Luo are from that part of the world. The Luo are the real people from Ethiopia, and the ones connected to the Luo in the 5 different generational families. The Dinka are not from Africa. It's a whole group of people that are not even from Africa. They're not, but Bantus are not from Africa. So when it comes to all this stuff, and the connections that people have been using, and then it's like, damn, they're focusing on Bantu. They'll mention Beja, and then they'll say this, but they're not going to tell you that, oh, well, the reason why we have this alphabet that we're using, and we're still saying that no matter what those Europeans said, they're not going to tell you that it's Claudius Labib's work. You know what I'm saying? I've been putting out Claudius Labib for over 6 years. They're not going to tell you that. I was studying Claudius Labib in 2011. 2010, 11, 12. I'm looking into this stuff. So it's a damn shame for people to be robbed of this great information of people who are making up a bunch of fucking fairy tales that y'all follow today. Y'all think that shit Claudius Labib and them and his teachers were putting together with some real authentic history? Nah, man. Sprinkles of nonsense they created for the damn the Metternich family, the Netter family, the Rothschild family, and the other families connected to the Khedive decrees, the Alliance Israelite Universally. Look into the Damascus affairs, look into the people connected to it, all the names, and you see the people who are still in power and still in control. Their descendants are still in control, running the nonsense. And then you'll see, like, oh, okay, so what did Claudius Labib do? And then you go look into the New Testament. Oh, they find the introduction to the New Testament that it's like 3 different German scholars who went down there fundoing with Claudius Labib in them, and Pahor Labib in them, and Pope Cyril IV and all this. And look into the Coptic revival. Start looking into this stuff, y'all. Stop trying to dismiss people or say someone is lying and not dealing into a great deal of information, because you're going to miss a big part of stuff. And then the greatest that you're going to find in HOK and Sonnetter and them is Jabari and all them, who will never tell you about Claudius Labib, Pahor Labib. You know, they're not going to tell you about Claudius Labib's teacher. They'll definitely not mention that. Or the great teacher, Mualim Chakla. They're not going to say that. And I'm not mentioning that middle name, too, for a reason. I'm tired of giving out too much information for free. With people who actually do not give a damn about it, then it's not important to you. You know what I'm saying? Click, watch something else. This is important to you. I'm telling y'all, they've been playing us, man. That alphabet and all that meta-netter bullshit they made up, man, Claudius Labib made that. That's who made it. Claudius Labib. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing on business with that forever. Got a rack on it right now. Whoever want that smoke on that. Man, all that stuff comes from Tafina. It's all coming from those people up there. And look into Osman Digna. Look into the last pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? Connected to the Mahdi. Look into that stuff in Sudan and all that, man. Stop listening to these dudes out here in America and lying to y'all about them. And then start digging into their history. Then get to the stuff that's the mean potatoes that's worth money. But when it comes to Meta and the symbols, like they're playing y'all, man. That shit is not an alphabet. The symbols that are used in Tafina and all that stuff, that are alphabets and all that, yeah, I mean, that's a symbol that they turned into an alphabet. Claudius Labib and them, they did that. So it's like these symbols have original meanings, and they're stopping people from knowing the original meanings. You know what I'm saying? So if that's all going down, and we're not gonna really dig into it, then I feel that Lex Vortex should go even harder on them. They should, like, Lex, man, you better obliterate all of them, because this is enough with that, man. I'm so tired of this so-called American goofy fake knowledge scholarship that people talk about. Scholarship just means damn schoolboy too. But I'm so tired of that goofy nonsense. Oh, we're, you know what I'm saying, PhD this, educated this school here, and it's all gonna be some damn Royal Society nonsense, some fellows of the Royal Society. It doesn't matter. If you can't fight it, and you can't deny it and try and dismiss it, man. There's no way around it. Fucking Elon Musk is a damn fellow of the Royal Society. What's he doing right now, and what he got going on? So tell me that the fellows of the Royal Society are not relevant to that stuff in Egypt, and you're ridiculous. Or the AIU, which is just the royal company. You got the royal company and the Royal Society, and they have been keeping this information accessible. They want their people to know, like, oh, okay, that's what really did it. That's okay. These bunch of German weirdos found some scripts down there in Egypt and Syria and all that, and they started putting it together and backdating everything, you know. But anyway, hey, let's stay on their head, man. I'm out.